And Jacassa's now trying to fight with Elvis. Mbuyi.
My goodness.
Fighting through the fence.
Vandam Mbuyi from behind.
Security are rushing in.
Who wants to deal with this?
Mbuyi's looking for a couple of feints. Going to come and try and close the distance. Jacassa out of the way quickly. Able to move out of danger so quickly. He's faced big opponents in the past. Oh, it's a good left high roundhouse.
There we go. He needed to land, and he does.
Oh, there's that kick again. Put his opponent down this time.
Mbuyi's in big trouble. And Jacassa has him rocked.
Now he's looking to check.
You can see Vandam having a hard time using that leg as well. That lead leg is really giving him a problem. And if you can't plant and throw, it makes it really hard to win a fight.
He's still able to walk.
Halfway through round number 2. Oh, Mbuyi throws.
But I think it was the fact that he says, oh, this guy's got no power. Good left from Jacassa. And he can take whatever he's got. And he was just saying, I told you so.
Oh, Mbuyi is slippery out there. Looks like he's on ice skates, slipping all over the mat. Jacassa is doing massive damage right now. Picking away at the 49-year-old Vandam Mbuyi. Under a minute left here in round 2. Jacassa playing with Mbuyi a little bit. Simon, it seems like he could attack, he could be more aggressive, possibly finish this fight, but he's taking his time.
Yeah, a bit slippy from Mbuyi, getting out of power, getting out of danger. He's really starting to play now. He's really getting into the mind of his opponent, is Jacassa. Really showboating a little bit. No, he's got his opponent on the back foot. Slipping and sliding a bit now is Mbuyi. Jacassa playing to the crowd. Definitely Jacassa's round, Cyrus.
Another round in the books. Yeah, I mean, great round there for Jacassa. He's in a good place right now. Seems to have control over this fight. Mbuyu's taking a lot of damage. Restonic bringing in the corner cam here as Conrad Siabi, gets his fighter under control here. Tika Makengele, champion. Let's take a look at the action replay here and look at some of the damage, Simon, that Jacassa was able to do.
Yeah, really put him down. Very nicely timed. Mbuyu's kind of telegraphing his entry. It was a good left. Not much follow-up, but it was a good left of Jacassa on Mbuyi. Because Mbuyi was just thinking about the leg. It was protecting his league leg, and he's reaching with that overhand right. Now he's slipping all over the place. He hasn't got the power, but he's just really trying to swing and see if he can land anything on Triple H. But he's really not getting anywhere. He's not able to close the distance fast enough. And Jacassa's just starting to play with his food just a little bit. Showboating away, coming over to the commentary booth and saying, I told you so. In no hurry whatsoever is Jacassa. I didn't say, I said it wasn't going to go past the first. I was wrong. But I've got no problem with this playing out. I got no problem with it playing out the way it is.
No, because the door's still barely open here for Mbuyi. I mean, he's hurt. He's having a hard time getting any sort of rhythm. There he planted his leg. And watch out for Jacassa to go for that oblique kick again. To kick in the inside of that leg. Vandam's putting it way out there. He has to use that lead leg to have any sort of power. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Jacassa didn't go back after that leg again.
Ooh, over the massive overhand right. Let's look at the in-play odds again. Mbuyi even more of an underdog. Jacassa carrying on relative 1.22 favorite. Hasn't moved that much. It's Mbuyi that's becoming more of the underdog as the rounds wear on. Here we are in the third. Oblique kick again from Jacassa, and again following it up. Really is playing with his food.
One, it takes Mbuyi so much off of his game plan here. Any sort of game plan you have, any sort of ideas you have, when you have to protect that leg, it really makes it hard to execute anything. And we're seeing that with Vandam. We're not seeing much offense at all to Vandam. Everything he's throwing is too far away. He's not able to connect. That time went to the body and does connect. But when you're constantly defending, it makes it really hard to get in the offense.
It is so difficult. We're sitting here pretty comfortable. And here's Vandam facing an absolute giant like Jacasa. Jacasa's looking for the counter left, just taunting his opponent to come in and see if he can just plant his feet and not move. He says, come at me, bro, and just see if he can slip the counter. And
is that what he's saying?
That's basically that's what it sounds like to me. He says, come on, I'll stand still. Spinning attempt by Jacasa. And Mbuyi started this fight smiling and grinning away, but now Jacasa's really starting to have fun and turn on the style.
Three minutes to go here, a lot of time left. Can Mbuyi, with all that training, all the time in the mats, everything that we heard from Elvis Moyo, he has something left against this young, fast Matunga Jacasa.
Stepping left, talking a big right, and another right from Jacasa. Mbuyi's down, the giant has fallen. There's another big right, and it's all over. Matunga Jacasa is the new champ.
Triple H power. Yes, what a W for Jacasa. We have a new champion, a new heavyweight champion.
And Jacasa's now trying to fight with Elvis Moyo.
My goodness.
Fighting through the fence.
Vandam Mbuyi from behind.
Security are rushing in. The fight is being separated in the cage. Our security's there very, very quickly.
Wow.
Elvis Moyo trying to get in the cage is laughing now.
I jinxed us. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think there was any chance of any shenanigans.
The governing body.
Was I wrong?
In the cage. Good work from security. Jacasa went over there and taunted Elvis Moyo. Moyo responded. They started exchanging punches through the hexagon fence. Briggy Valuatham from the governing body in there, preventing Elvis from tuning it.
Well, Vandam's in a position right now where he's pushing officials. He hits him from behind. He's going to face punishment, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. And it's sad, because, you know, what an accomplishment it was for him to get to this point. But at the same time, what he's doing in this last 2-3 minutes is going to set all that backwards, and you might not ever see him fight again because he's pushing officials around. It's sad. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to sort things out here in the hexagon. More to come here from EFC 98.
And it was a good stoppage by referee Ferdy Basson. There's the right that did the damage, and he just followed it up.
You know, the one thing we know is that Jacasa is a bad dude. I mean, he's very, very good, and this methodical approach that he had this time around, I think, was really, really good. Now, let's take a look here. So that's funny. So you kind of see the beginning of it. Now we're going to see more from the fight here. Obviously, just a tremendous finish. Just one after another. Those two right hands,
yeah,
were just piston-like, just.
And this
wow.
one here on the ground, perfectly
Nasty.
placed.
Oh,
good stoppage by
watch.
referee Ferdy Basson.
Koto trying to get some order here. So, and then we saw exactly what happened there. And then here comes Vandam.
Oh, sucker punches are from behind. I didn't see that. To the
Performance Institute, just to catch you up on what has happened, what has transpired. It was a big win for Matunga Jacasa. He got that rightfully, but he made a beeline to the cage and started punching the cage right at Elvis Moyo. Moyo got involved, and then Vandam Mbuyi comes up from behind and lands a right hand, basically to the temple of Jacasa. Thankfully, didn't do a whole lot of damage. Then it was just officials being pushed around, and things just amping up, you know. We thought, like I said, that DRC versus DRC, that at the end of the day, maybe there'd be a little, you know, camaraderie between the two, but not so much. Things got heated. They got heated in the lead up to this fight, and then once it goes down, unfortunately, we have the situation that we have now. I don't know if we're going to get a winning announcement. I don't know what we're going to get at this point. But we will keep you up to date as soon as we know. As far as the fight goes, great methodical approach by Matunga Jacasa, which I did really enjoy seeing.
Yeah, it was a fun fight.
So
yeah.
It was. Simon, I'm glad you're okay.